Hey guys, today I'm gonna be telling you guys how I do my gel nails at home. You don't need too many supplies for this. The ones I would recommend though are a really good cuticle remover along with a tool for that, and then cuticle clippers. Definitely a little buffing tool to kind of just wear down the nails a little bit, give the gel something to stick onto, and a little brush. This is a super cheap one from Target. It's an e.l.f. brush meant for, like, I don't know, inner corner highlight, I guess, but it works perfectly for what we need it to. So first of all, you just want to take care of the cuticles. You just put a little bit on. I like to let it sit in for about 30 seconds. And then by that time, you could do all the nails, and by that time, you can come back and start working on the first finger. You really just want to push back any dead skin on all the nails. This is going to give the polish a clean surface to be applied to. After you're done with that, you can kind of just wipe it off. That's why I like just doing it on a towel instead of, or paper towel works too. Instead of just on a regular surface, you can kind of just use a trashy towel and use everything to wipe it on, and all the nail clippings and stuff. After that's done, you can go back and kind of see where you need to clip. You only want to clip anything that looks like it's hanging off. You don't want to clip the new healthy cuticle. And you can look up pictures of what that looks like too. I might be able to find some to link, but you just want to make sure to get all that off. Looking pretty good here. Again, clean it off, wipe it on the towel. At this point, I already went in and filed my nails, but if you want to, you can go in and file yours. Then I just take my little buffer, and you don't want to wear the nail down too much, but you definitely want to get it all around the nail. So something like this compared to like a healthy nail. I'm not saying this is the right way to do any of this. I'm an esthetician, not a cosmetologist. I've not been trained in nails, but I have been doing this since I was like 12, and I'm gonna be 22 this year. So this is how I do it. They last pretty long for me. At this point, I just go in with a little bit of 100% acetone. Use that as a dehydrator, so I just go around the whole nail. I have noticed that you definitely want to use, I don't know, a nicer brand of gel. I've tried everything from Red Carpet, Gelish, the one you can buy at Walmart, I forget what that's called. Anyways, used all of them. The best one I like for at least the top and bottom coat is Gelish. Gelish is awesome. So that is what I will be using today. Gelish foundation, and then the Gelish Top It Off. As for regular color, I'm just going in with a white Red Carpet one I have. The color doesn't matter too much. Some of them do shrink a little bit more when you put them into the light, but it's not too big of a deal. The other thing I've really noticed with gel is you have got to go in with a thin coat. So just very minimal, but definitely enough to coat the whole nail. I scrape the brush off on both sides and then go in. And then as for the light I have is just off of Amazon, and I really like it. So I will find that and link it. It's probably, I think it was like 30, 45 bucks, not too bad. And again, all this stuff is kind of pricey, but it does last you a really long time and is definitely worth it. It's probably the price of like 3 actual gel manicures, and it's so easy to do it at home. So some lights allow you to do it with the thumb as well as all the other fingers. Mine does. The light I have though is, it doesn't like time out when it tells you when it's like ready like other lights. So I just put mine in for about 30 seconds. Yeah, I like the light I have, and it's not too expensive, and the lights themselves last a really long time, and they are replaceable if you ever need to replace them, which is nice. Okay, 30 seconds. So like I said, going in with the red carpet, whatever their white one is called, probably just white. And the coats themselves, again, should be really thin. So this could take you probably a good 3 coats, especially with something like a white, which is hard to get potent anyway. So the other good thing about that little brush is if you make any mistakes in painting, you can go in with that brush and just clean it up. I really like to do that. So I just keep the acetone in its own cap next to me, just in case I want to go up and clean anything else off. As you can see, it's very streaky when you first apply it. The other thing is you want to keep your bottles away from the light. I made the mistake one time when I first started doing this that I left the bottle kind of in front of the light and it cured inside of the bottle. So yeah, definitely make some space for it. The other thing, like I was saying before, is some polishes do shrink in the cure, so make sure you are getting all the edges, otherwise it really is gonna look super tiny for your nail. Yeah, see, this red carpet doesn't shrink too bad, but it does look nice when it does shrink just a little bit, because then it's like a clean edge, I'd say. So I like red carpet for colors. I like Gelish a lot. I have a couple OPI gel polishes that I really like. And the other thing I'm starting to experience, or starting to kind of experiment with, is adding like acrylics on my own. I got just a little kit from Sally's Beauty, and I hated it. So I will not be using that, but I'm trying to figure out a different way. There's a different system that my friend's mom found. It's from, I think it's from Gelish, but I will link that down below. You might have to be certified to buy it, but it's a really cool new idea that they have. It's really neat. It's basically just like a little pot, like a little ball that you spread across the whole nail, and it gives you the look of acrylic, but it is gel. So it's better for your nails and feels more natural. So I'm gonna try to hunt that down and then do an acrylic like tip on it, and then add gel polish on top of it too. So that'll be neat. I'll probably make a video on that if I figure that out. Okay, I'm actually just gonna do one more coat. Like I said, it's really thin, and then add the top coat. The cool thing too is if you do make a mistake and you're like into the cuticle with gel, even after you're all done, you can go back with that cuticle clipper and just clip it off, and then just make sure you do another top coat to like seal it in. But it's not like the end of the world. It's not gonna have to be there the whole time your nails are done. And I would say I have a really bad habit, especially because I have this stuff myself and I can do it myself, but I have a really bad habit of picking them off because they all peel off like, you know, gel, like it peels off the whole nail. But I'd say if I leave them alone, they probably last a good two weeks, I'd say. Okay, going in with the top coat. And I'll usually let the top coat dry a little bit longer than regular. So instead of about 30 seconds, I'll probably leave them in for 45 seconds. And then when you're done, I just take non-acetone, but you can also use, this is just a Sally's brand. You can also use just like rubbing alcohol or pretty much anything alcohol based. The only thing is, do not use anything with, don't use like a cotton ball or like toilet paper or anything like that. You need to use something that doesn't have lint in it to wipe off the residue after. So I just use SD wipes just because I have those from doing facials. You can also use a tissue, or you can use this towel that you did your nails on, or actually paper towel too works. So then at this point, you can just wipe them off. And then just because we did put like, you know, pure acetone on it and buffing it off, you definitely want to make sure that you add a really good cuticle oil. And the other thing I noticed too, and actually a nail tech told me this, because I was like so obsessed. So I moved from Arizona to Utah, and when I moved to Utah, I got so dry. So I was constantly putting lotion on, but my manicures were not lasting as long at all. And that's because, I guess, I don't really know exactly, I don't remember, but the lotion just doesn't like sit well in here and it lifts it up. Whereas like a cuticle oil, that's what it's meant for, is like after manicures, and it's, I guess, it's obviously more oily than an actual lotion would be. Yeah, so that's the end product. I do the same thing to my toes, and yeah. Anyways, hope you guys have a good day. Bye.